Well. Right, down at the canal. So I just come down to have another bash at the carp. I've seen one or two this week milling about. Decided to do a bit of pre-baiting, but I'll get back into that in a moment. But put the rod out on the faithful hinge stiff rig, and within, I don't know, half an hour, it's just absolutely ripped off. It's absolutely wrenched round, and I was in. A take totally out of the blue, because normally, you know, I've had the bites more so in the dark, but it's a cracking little mirror. Not massive, it's probably about £8, but it's absolutely perfect. Check out the scales on that. You know, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, perfect in miniature pretty much. You know, taking on the ever faithful GLM pop-ups, got more pop-ups over a small scattering of GLM holes and chops. Again, the bait's done by my mate Rob, RA Baits, quality bait. You know, always does the business every time I take it out, either the Red Spice or the GLM or the Project A that's new. It works, you know, it's quality bait. I personally think it's better than mainline, but you know, I've used it for a few years now. It's just shit hot bait, but as you can see, it works. You know, Canal Carp, there's just something about them. They're just awesome. You can tell. Steady on, girl. They're just, you know, they're just proper little fighters. You know, they're just awesome. It's like I said before on my other blog, you know, my video blog where I was down the canal. It's just something else being down there. But look at the paddle on it. You know, such a small fish. It's got a big paddle, and they're just incredible. Absolutely incredible. But like I said, I get it back. Probably about £8, but it's just absolutely perfect. This side's perfect as well. To be honest with you, I'll just quickly show you, because it is probably one of the lookers I've had in this last month. So there's the other side. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Happy days. Right, just a quick update. I've literally 10 minutes ago with that, my right hand was just ripped off, and I've had a small common, really dark thing. It's probably about £6-7, not massive, but it's a Canal Carp all the same. I just can't believe what it's been like. You know, in the last hour and a bit, I've just had, well, basically the last hour I've had 2 fish. It's mental, but they're absolutely fighting like demons. So yeah, I've got bream rolling. I thought I saw a cat just on top, just slaping a few bugs down and stuff, and then that rod just ripped off like so. I'll tell you what, it just looks easy. Do you know what I mean? Catching a few fish like this, but it's not, because there's that much water to go at. But you just need to know exactly where it is. Again, watercraft, like I always say. You know, if you find them, you'll catch them. So, you know, I'll obviously keep coming back to this pre-baited spot that I always put bait in. I've been doing that for the past month now, so everything's working. But, you know, I'm going to get the rod back out. I'm just caked up in weed, as you can see. You know, there's lots of weed out there. And what I'll do is I'll show you the rig in the morning. And hopefully I'll have something else to report. But at the minute, 2 fish in the space of an hour. Happy days, that's all I can say. Okay, nice. Lovely brace of commons. Morning all. Well, this week's turned out to be a good week. Good week's angling. That's from my earlier blog that I've done. I took 5 fish at Orthorpe. Well, I'm down at the canal, as I've previously said in this video blog, and I've taken 4 carp. Can't believe it. 3 commons and a mirror. 4 o'clock, 10 past 4 time. this morning, which is about an hour ago. It's just, well, it's about 5 o'clock now, to be honest, so not short of an hour. Left on rod and ripped off, struck into that, boom, common. And as soon as I was playing that one, my middle rod, but my right rod ripped off also. You know, that one weeded itself up, which was fine. It gives me a chance to play the other fish and not going anywhere. And got them both in the net. Not very often do you come and get a double hook up on the canal. You know, it's obviously a little pod, little family carp must have just mooched in, and just started snuffling on the spot, and then, you know, me and faithful stiffies did the business. Nailed them. It's the biggest common that I've had this session is probably around 11, 12, something like that. That common I just had, the other common was probably 9, maybe touch 10. I've had small common about 6, and a mirror, nearly fully scaled mirror, absolutely mint, as you'll see from this video. Again, that was probably £8, may touch 9. Not massive, but catching fish, they're all different fish that I've caught. I've had 7 fish now in a few sittings from this spot, so it's working, and I haven't recaptured any, so that's good. I know there's big ones in here, I know I've heard them being caught and I've seen them, so hopefully it's just a matter of time before they slip up and get myself into a good sized fish. So I'm well happy with that. All I'm doing is putting 2 stiffies out, like I've been doing, but this time I've just been putting whole boys out. I had 2 bream in the night, but you can't help that, but you know, it's just the way it goes, isn't it, when when you're fishing. I've just been putting a handful, which is probably about 30 baits after each fish, just around that area, because it's not very wide. But it's a very damp morning. I slept under the stars last night, as I didn't do most of the time in the summer, unless it's raining, and it's damp. It's very damp. So, but it's a cracking morning. Moon's out, we've got 3/4 moon, nearly a full moon. Soon be the commons moon, and it was very bright last night. I didn't need a head torch on or it's just so quiet. I just love being out, it's just quiet. And I've got the sun starting to rise. There's nothing better. But like, you know, when it's like if I use a chods or these stiffs, 95% of the time I use Corda size 6 choddy hooks, strong, reliable, especially when I sharpen the point down to a fine needle to make it ultra sharp. You know, they just nail the fish every time. If you fish with a setup that you're 100% confident in, you'll catch loads of fish. You know, it's easy. You just got to make sure you're confident in what you're using. Like I say, I'm confident in my rigs. Whatever I do, I'm confident in, and the quality bait that I use. You know, from my mate Robert R.A. Baits, it's just quality. Them two things, you know, is what put fish on the bank at the end of the day. Putting aside watercraft, because obviously you got to find them first before you can put a rig and a quality bait to them. But if you've got them 3 keys points, then you're laughing really. So yeah, I don't really use any other pattern other than the chods really, to be honest. Even for bottom baits, I use them because I just find them so reliable. You know, there's strong gauge, so you know you can really hold down, clamp down on the fish if you're fishing a bit weedy venues. So you know, it's all good fun, man. I'm gonna stick the kettle on now, have a coffee. I think just watch the sun come up. It's gonna be a beautiful morning.